Welcome to Zero Exist. Today, we are going to examine NetExec credential validation to find out what are the packets sent and event logs produced. Let's get started. We first need a baseline, and we will use SMB client to connect to a machine in my lab. Alright, for SMB client, once we see the shares listed, it generally means authentication was successful. The first 3 TCP packets are used to establish the SMB connection. After that, we see the SMB2 negotiation. And the response is success. Just a normal SMB connection, perfect for our baseline. Now let's try using NetExec. Again, we see the same 3 TCP packets. This time, we can see more requests being sent. This is likely due to SMB pre-authentication negotiation, behavior, and additional session setup requests generated by the tool. We can safely conclude this is due to the tool behavior. The actual session authentication process is the same, and the corresponding response is success, as indicated from our command output as well. So, how does it look like on our target machine? We can check the event logs from Event Viewer, but I prefer to use PowerShell. As we can see, there are multiple event ID 4624, which I expected and therefore filtered. A quick Google search on event ID 4624 shows that this represents a normal successful logon event in Windows. What if we used NetExec with the no brute force option? What would be the difference in terms of packets? Clearly, SMB traffic still consists of multiple request and response exchanges due to the normal SMB authentication handshake. We can still see multiple requests and multiple responses, and it looks similar to NetExec without brute force. There is no difference at the protocol authentication level between brute force mode and non-brute force mode. Simply put, the difference is not in the SMB authentication mechanism layer. In summary, NXC and traditional SMB clients both use the same underlying SMB authentication protocols. The differences we observe in packets and logs are due to tool behavior, likely in session handling or request patterns, rather than differences in the underlying authentication mechanism itself. Thanks for watching.